Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Lam here. In today's video, I want to talk about the Nikon ecosystem. Now, I talked about Nikon a little bit in the previous videos, but it was really short because I got a chance to go back and really use those camera systems again. And I just want to give you my thoughts on it currently for 2020. Now, one thing I do want to say is that I definitely am a little bit biased in Nikon because I grew up with Nikon, I shot with Nikon, so there's always going to be a little bit of love for Nikon, but I will try to give you my best opinion on that. The funny thing is that I actually don't own any Nikon equipment right now. I sold all of it off. I went ahead and went to the Fujifilm system. Still really love shooting on it. Still shooting on it right now. But everybody around me actually shoots with Nikon, so it's very easy for me to get into the Nikon systems because I can just very easily borrow it. When it comes to the Sony or the Canon systems, I generally have to rent those because there's really not too many people that I know of around this area that uses either of those systems. I've already said in my previous videos that Nikon in general make very excellent, very well-balanced cameras, but in today's market, excellent and well-balanced isn't something that's really going to get the headlines or get the hype that you need to really draw in the new people. This is something that I've seen for quite a number of years. As a person that has taken a lot of marketing training just because I'm an entrepreneur at heart, so marketing is something that's important. One of the things that you always look for when you kind of go into events that are around a specific product is you want to look at the demographic that's actually in these events. Nikon in general it attracts people that are kind of on the back half of their career. There's definitely going to be young people using Nikon, but I'm just saying overall, what you're seeing as a demographic is that it's generally older people, and the ambassadors that they have, they're generally not attracting as much of the younger crowd as they really need to right now. Now, keep in mind, I don't go to all of the Nikon events, and I can only speak to events that are kind of within my region. But in general, none of the speakers that I've seen speak to really attract the younger crowd because the subject matter, the way that they actually go about presenting that stuff isn't as interesting to the younger crowd. And that's really kind of showing up in their pretty much market share and also how much profit they're making. And with COVID and what's going on right now, it's been very painful to watch, Nikon lose a lot of money and lose a lot of market share. One of the things that I've just noticed over the years is that they still make excellent products, but their philosophy needs to be updated to the new world. Smartphones have changed things. Our expectations of electronics and devices has changed quite a bit. And it's just really not getting a lot of tractions, even though they're very excellent cameras. One of the things that I notice is that, since I've been shooting on Fujifilms for a couple of years now, when I went back to shoot on the DSLRs or on the mirrorless cameras, and I take pictures, especially of things far away like wildlife or aviation, I really do enjoy how Nikon does their dynamic range. How you recover shadows and the detail and the noise in the shadows is different for each company. You really didn't notice that when you shoot exclusively on one camera brand, but when you spend time in one camera brand and then you go to another camera brand and you dedicate a bunch of time into it and a bunch of time into editing it, you'll notice differences between the two camera brands, and you can kind of compare and contrast much easier because your brain can process noise and how each of them does it differently, and then you can kind of pick out which one you like better. And what I can tell you right now is, like, in terms of dynamic range, low light, I really like how the Nikon systems processes noise in high dynamic range photography. It's probably something I would have never noticed without having to gone to another camera brand and then coming back and then seeing the differences. It really makes me nostalgic for some of their DSLR cameras. If I had to go back to Nikon, I probably will get one of their cameras eventually, but it'll probably be one of their older DSLRs like the D800 or D810 again. Now, some of you older channel members will know that I'm a little bit more picky on the products that I'm going to be choosing for this channel now, because I really want the money that I'm going to be spending to go to really good companies and countries that, represent freedom and liberties, and not to go to any type of communist regime because they're really not representing the values that I want to support. Now, luckily, Nikon does make a lot of their products in Japan, so I am very selective on which camera body I get and what lenses that I'm going to get. Again, this is something that's kind of new to this channel, but I definitely want to vote with my money. I definitely only want to support good companies and good countries. Now, when it comes to actually going back and investing into the Nikon system? Is that something that I would actually look forward to doing? And to be honest with you, the answer is probably no, because they're really not on the right track in which I want to invest a whole bunch of money into it, because you're seeing the market share going down. You're seeing them lose money just based on all of the rumors that I've been hearing. I really don't see anything exciting coming out of the Nikon brand, and that's something that's really going to affect their future, because they're not getting new people into the camera brand, or they're not getting enough new people that are going to be longtime users of the system. I would buy into some of their older cameras, but it's mostly going to be used equipment. If it comes to buying brand new equipment, I just don't really see it right now. So it's not something that I would recommend to new people, but at the end of the day, they still make awesome products. If you like the pictures that it produces and you like how it edits, it's still a worthwhile system that's probably going to be around for a while, but I just don't see them keeping up with the Sonys and the Canons of the world. I don't think I will be going back to Nikon for any of my hybrid content creation uses, because at this point, there's nothing really I see from them that really makes me want to go back, which is unfortunate, because they're definitely one of the legacy brands that I would love to see stick around, because they've produced some amazing things throughout the years, but they're really not changing with the times, and that's what I'm seeing right now. Anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts on Nikon and what you think is going to be happening in 2020 and beyond. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.